Welcome to Learn Short and Typing with Vikas Sir. Hindustan Times article Slow and Study on China Front. This article is related to India and China border affairs. I am going to dictation at the 80 word per minute. So be ready, start. The first meeting of the working mechanism for consultation and coordination on India and China border affairs on December 5, since the disengagement of troops at Damchok and Dapsang is part of what is expected to be long and arduous process to address the long standing boundary dispute. It follows meetings between the top leadership and foreign and defense ministers of the two countries over the past 2 months, while the China eh, and ministers can provide overall the guidance for the process. It is mechanisms such as the WMCC that will have to address the nuts and bolts of the issue of border management, which suffered the biggest setback in more than 2 decades because of China's violation of past agreements and protocols through the massing of troops and incursions along the line of actual control in April May 2020. The path ahead will not be easy given the ambitions and aspirations of India and China, both in the region and globally, but the ending of the 4.5 year long standoff on the LAC has set the stage for earnest efforts to address the border dispute. The disengagement of forces at friction points on the LAC is a relatively easier component of the overall process and much more political will and protected negotiations will be required to address the more complex issues of de-escalation, restoration of status quo, and normalization of the bilateral relationship. Some experts have even suggested that India and China may need to go back to the drawing border to fashion new confidence building measures since the credibility of the agreements concluded in the 1990s have been hit hard by China's actions. There is the issue of returning to the status quo on the LAC that existed in April 2020, most recently enunciated by the Indian Army Chief and addressing the issue of buffer zones created in the past 4 years and full restoration of access of patrolling points that Indian troops could go up before the start of the face off. In this context, it is unhelpful that the Indian statement on the WMCC meeting spoke of the recent disengagement completing the restoration of the issues which emerged in 2020, especially when Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar had told Parliament that both sides are yet to discuss de-escalation and effective management of activities in the borders areas. There must be greater clarity and cohesion in approaching this issue to ensure a lasting resolution that also ensures national security. Stop.